guys, so as promised, I am coming to you today with a Stephen King book collection, and sorry the lighting is like very one-sided. It's a long story. So I have decided to be more active on this channel, and I know you've heard me say that a million times before, but I really am going to try and focus and do 3 videos a week. So if I don't do that, please be hard on me about it, because the more you request things and tell me to do it, the more I'm likely to do it. Anyway, I have a whole slew of books down here I really need to get through. So number one, I'm not claiming to be the biggest Stephen King fan in the world, but I have always said that the only 2 celebrities I would ever cry over were Stephen King and Robin Williams, and that was a very hard time for me that day. Nothing felt okay at all. So that was very emotional, and when Stephen King passes, of course, he is one of my idols. Him and Robin Williams are basically my only 2 idols. Sorry about the wind. Anyway, my 2 idols in life are Robin Williams and Stephen King, so I am a huge fan of Stephen King, though I have not even attempted to read all of his books, and I have not read all of the books I have here to show you today. I'm only gonna give commentary, small, short commentary, on each one that I have read. Let's get started. I'm just gonna pull from the pile. First up is Insomnia. This one I have read twice, and it's one of my favorite books from him. It's very awesome. It's very supernatural type, almost sci-fi-esque, so if you're into that, this is a good one. It is I was gonna say crazy, but because I read the word on the back, but it is crazy. A lot of my books I got at the used bookstores, so they were really cheap, and a lot of them are falling apart, but this is one of my faves. Next we have The Talisman, which he was writing as Peter Straub. It's actually a collaboration, so I take that back. Sometimes Stephen King will write as another author, but this was just a collab. So I haven't read it, I don't know much about it. It was cheap at the bookstore, so I thought I would try it, but let me know if you've read it. Next up we have The Tommyknockers, which I know is a series on Netflix. I believe it was like released as a show, if I want to say, but again, I have not seen the films, show, whatever, and I also have never read it. So next up is probably my favorite Stephen King short story collection, because his short story collections are my favorite ones that he does, and this is Everything's Eventual, and I've read these stories so many times through. Next up we have Misery, and I have not read the novel, but of course it's one of my favorite Stephen King film adaptation movies, so I am wanting to read it, but it's hard for me when I've already seen the movie that I know what's gonna happen. I know there's differences, of course, but I am looking to read it one day. Next I have The Stand, which has no cover at all. I don't know where it went. But this is one of his longest novels, and I've never read it. I've heard it's very long and hard to get through, so maybe I'll read it one day, I don't know. Next we have Needful Things, and this one I have started so many times. I've gotten to maybe like 100 pages in, and then for some reason I stop reading it, and then when I pick it up again thinking, oh, I've never read this, I will read to page 100 and be like, I've already read this, and I'll put it down. So I just need to just go through it, I think, but what I read I liked. Next up is the 3rd book I ever read from Stephen King, and that is The Shining. Of course it's amazing, just like the movie. Next we have Cell, which this is a newer-ish one, I think. I got this a couple years ago, but I never finished it. It's basically kind of like a zombie type book. That's all I really know about it. I have 3 novels from the Dark Tower series, which I actually didn't really like all that much. I've only read The Wastelands, which is the 3rd one. I read this in 8th grade, and I did enjoy it, but I don't know, I don't remember much about it. It's not really my kind of storyline. It's very action-y, kind of sci-fi-y, and that's not really my thing. I prefer it to be like his other straight-up horror novels, but I also have The Gunslinger, which is the 1st one, and then Wizard and Glass, which is the 4th one. Randomly, I have The Colorado Kid. I don't even know what this is. It's really short. It was at the bookstore and I bought it, but I don't know what it is. I also have The Dark Tower 2, the drawing of the 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maybe I should do the series, I don't know. I also have Dolores Claiborne, which is a movie as well, which this is the movie cover. It has Kathy Bates, which is a classic Stephen King movie. actress, and she's amazing. I love Kathy B. She's one of my favorite actresses. But besides that, I've never read the book, but I have seen the film, and it really bothered me when I watched it with the daughter on the boat, if you know what I'm talking about. Next we have different seasons. Again, the cover is like coming off. This has a Shawshank Redemption in it, so it's kind of famous for that, and there's like different stories in it. I think it's just a short story collection, but like maybe just 4 stories or so. I have Dreamcatcher, which is again one of his longest novels, and this is also a movie which I've seen, but again it's more on the sci-fi side, so I really don't have an urge to read it. My back is hurting. From Buick 8. Never read it. Car ones don't really, I don't know why I bought it, because I knew that the car kind of ones really wouldn't interest me. Of course, I have Stephen King's Carrie, which this is, again, a movie. This is the cover. And amazing movie. Never read the novel for same reasons as mentioned before, but I do obviously really need to read it. Oh, I have a Fender as a bookmark. I guess I did start it at some point. I have Christine, which I cannot for the life of me remember if I read it or not. It's another car kind of one, and that just doesn't interest me. I believe it's the haunted car one, so I never had an interest to read it. Again, I don't know why I buy the books from him that I know I'm probably not going to read. Next is Nightmares and Dreamscapes, which is again one of his short story collections, and this is one of my favorites as well. I also own Night Shift, which is a really good short story collection as well. It's hard for him to do bad on short story collections. They're my favorite. I don't know where Night Shift is, but I do own it. This one is really bothersome. Some of them are really disturbing and cool, and I love this book. I've read all the stories, and it's an amazing collection. Another one of his amazing collections is Full Dark, No Stars. There are 5 stories in here, and again, he can do no wrong when it comes to short stories. He's amazing at it. Hearts in Atlantis, again, really long. I never read it, and I'm not really even sure what it is. Like I said, I'm not claiming to be his #1 fan or anything. And then I have Salem's Lot, which when I heard about it, I didn't really want to read it. So again, why did I buy it? Oh, yeah, see, I have the hardcover as well of Dolores Claiborne. I have Just After Sunset, which I'm not sure where the sleeve is. This is, again, another short story collection. I was really into this when I started college, when my major was English, which I did get my degree in, but this is an amazing collection of stories as well. I have Lizzie's Story, which is more of a drama than a horror, at least I've heard. I have not read it. Then we're getting into the good stuff. I saved my favorite books for last. I have Stephen King's On Writing, which if you're a writer, this is a really good novel. I've gone through and like highlighted a bunch of things. I would highlight things that really spoke to me and things that are really good advice for being a writer. It's a really awesome book. It just talks about his process and where he finds inspiration and how to write. And then I have 2 copies, hardback and paperback, because it is my favorite Stephen King novel of all time. It's the first one I ever read from him. I just realized I don't have Pet Sematary. Where did that go? I found it. I also have Pet Sematary, which is the second book I ever read from him, which these 2 books really got me into his work. There's like a glare on it. Do you see that? But The Girl of Tom Gordon is my all-time just favorite novel from him, because it's set in the woods, and anything set in nature or camping style or woodsy or anything like that is a favorite. And it's about a 9-year-old girl named Trisha who gets lost in the woods. Basically, she starts to go a little crazy because she's by herself for so long. She starts seeing things. She gets really sick because she drinks the water and eats berries and things like that. She's just trying to survive, and she's gone for like a couple weeks. And then my current read is a Stephen King book, so obviously I'm going to include it, and it's Bag of Bones. And I am that far in, so I've seen the 2-part series on Netflix. Watch it if you haven't. There's hair going all over me. Watch that if you haven't. It's super spooky, and I really love the plot, and the book so far is amazing. There are slow times. I'm in a slow time right now, so it's hard to just pick it up and read it to get through, but those are all my Stephen King books, and hopefully I will get around sometime in my life to reading all of them. I should just add that to my bucket list. Maybe not all of Stephen King's books ever written, because I would have to start now, but I don't read that much. I would love to read more, and my goal this year was to read 12 books. I got 2 down. We're in August. Let me know what your favorite Stephen King books are and if you would recommend any that I don't have here that you've read that you think I would like. I think you guys know me by now, I don't know. But let me know what your favorites are down below. I hope you enjoyed and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. So today we are back with my thoughts on The Purge, and it took me so long to actually watch this movie because the plot honestly didn't interest me.